Rogers.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Wray, in October of 2015, Director Comey was testifying before this committee, and I asked him if he had the resources he needed to handle the terrorism investigations that were pending before them, and also to investigate the surge of attacks on soft targets that were occurring at the time. And his response was, to be honest, I don't know. So I know the FBI has been stretched thin over the last few years and had to pull agents off criminal investigations to look into these terrorist attacks. But I would pose that question to you. I know you've only been there 3 months, but have you been able to determine whether or not you have the resources you need to meet the challenges that you face?
Well, at the risk of sounding like my predecessor, but combined with the fact that I've only been there for 3 months, I'm still taking stock of that. I will tell you that everywhere I turn, I find people who want the FBI to do more of something, and someday I'd like to find somebody who would identify something they'd like the FBI to do less of. I haven't met that person yet. And so we have a lot of challenges, as you say. I think we have matured to the point where we're not having to pull people off of programs quite the same way that used to happen. I think, as Director Rasmussen said, it's not just a question of funding. I'm not convinced we could spend our way out of the threat. Some of it is getting smarter. Some of it is working better collaboratively, and I'm very pleased with how much better the FBI, which wasn't always that way in long times past, is working with its partners in the federal law enforcement, intelligence community, foreign partners, state and local law enforcement in particular. So we have to be smarter, we have to get better technology, and we have to make sure we have the right resources. Could we do more with what we had? If we had more, absolutely.
Well, we need you to let us know if you get to the point that you determine that you need additional resources to be able to meet your needs. We can't fix it if we don't know about it and try to get you what you need. So I would ask you to not be shy.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you. Secretary Duke, welcome back. A lot of work has gone into improving our visa security process, but it's clear that vulnerabilities remain, especially in identifying those who are radicalized over the internet. So can you tell us what, if anything, is being done to connect the USCIS and the visa process to the latest intelligence to help vet applicants from high-risk areas?
Sure. We have instituted many new visa review steps that are going to help with making sure that we have the true identity of the persons that are applying for visas, and also that they don't have a criminal purpose in coming here. One of the biggest things we're doing is the 100% interviews, and also looking at advanced information sharing. As we talk about some of the other topics, the speed we're moving at, having that information sharing with the other countries is absolutely critical, and doing the vetting against the databases. Also, social media checks, where applicable, have played a huge role in better vetting of visa applicants. Those are a few of the areas.
Okay, and this may not be dramatically different from that answer, but what steps has DHS taken under the Trump administration to develop and implement what he has referred to as extreme vetting?
Well, it's been a multi-level step. First, we decided what vetting should be. What additional steps should we take in vetting people? Then we compared the country's performance.
And what were those additional steps?
Those additional steps were making sure that passports had biometrics, that we had copies of those passports, that countries provided us advance information, those similar types of steps. And we have a full report on that we can provide. And then we compared and the countries actually using our databases and us using theirs. Then we compared the country's performance against that, and we have instituted get well plans, if you will, for the countries that don't fully conform to the new vetting standards.
So would you assert then that the new status of extreme vetting is fully implemented now?
It is fully implemented. We always have to get better. I think that every time we put a fix in place, the enemy adapts to it, but it is in place.
Great. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Sir,